Hi there, sign of Cancer. This is Kim, here to give you a message for 2026. Let's see what's coming in. This is a predictions reading for you. I hope we can get some good messages. I must pass along one message that right before I sat down to film this, a black cat walked past the yard, and then I realized this is like a new resident out in the woods, type of black cat. And black cats, I associate, there's definitely other goddesses that can be associated with, but with Hecate and specifically, I just always think of her in specific. Magic, crossroads, the person that or the energy that brings the light in the darkness when you're in the darkness. So it's a guide. Yeah, I don't look at it as a bad omen, by the way. There's also Bastet, and there's Freya, and there's others. I can't think of them right now, but there's definitely other. Artemis, there's others. But the main one I think of is that. So maybe this is saying, hey, Cancer, you may have crossroads coming up. You may have something come to the light to guide you. So let's see. Messages for Cancer. And thank you all for being here. Glad to see you. Kind of. Glad to have your presence with me. Let's open up to the angels, your spirit guides, whomever they may be, because they may be from different cultures, different types of things. But interesting. We have, hey. Oh, well, that's nice. That's nice. This is a specific friend or ally that's going to be brought to you. What the purpose of that type of relationship is in 2026, I don't know, but it's good. Okay, the mystical sister is the energy of like a moth to a flame. So this is bringing people to your path that are meant to help you, assist you, or perhaps even they are the light that provides some sort of clarity in the darkness. It's because I see the moth and I think of metamorphosis or transformation that was made at night or in the dark. Something might also occur at night in specific with you. You could also have a lot of transformation going on, especially when you're sleeping here lately. But okay, so there's a connection here with this mystical sister, and it's more than just a physical connection. You are connected to somebody spiritually. Okay, and then Uranus. Whew. Okay, or how do people like me to say this? They like me to say Uranus. Okay, so Uranus is a bringer of drastic change, of revolutionary type change. Something might be kind of going against the status quo, might be challenging things, changing things, challenging things. Old structures, old ideas, bringing in new revolutionary ways of thinking and evolving. Ultimately, it's for evolving. This can be indicating that in 2026 you have really strong burst of energy that brings insight, leading to beautiful, brilliant ideas, new inventions. There's no telling, but you know that whatever this energy brings in, it's brilliance, it's revolutionary, and it's change. So we're starting off good. Let's get something else. And by the way, if you'd like me to do a private reading that focuses on your specific year, for you in specific instead of the collective, you can reach out. Prices are really affordable. I try to keep them that way for everybody. And it's a pre-recorded video. Link is in the description box below, but I won't talk too much on that, but I do want to thank you all for those who are the sign of Cancer who have reached out. You're very appreciated. And that keeps this channel going. So yeah, I really appreciate you. Wow, you have something big. Oh, it's incomprehensible. Incomprehensible. Interesting. The shapeshifter, the threshold, and the ocean. Alright, so you all, you have an amazing, deep, it's very deep, it's incomprehensible how deep this year is going to get for you. It's going to be extremely emotional in all the best ways possible. It's vast. Ooh, this can represent everything in the unconscious, but wow. Okay, so that's huge, right? That's a huge energy anyway. You could say more than an Ace of Cups. It's like every cup in the world poured out. That's what you're jumping into. Interesting. So, and then the threshold. The threshold is your rite of passage. It is the doorway, the gate. It represents your initiation into a new reality. If you look here on this part where the feet are up here, that is she has another card out that says the village, and this energy is present in that card. So this is definitely going to be a year of you jumping outside of your own comfort zone. Something gets left behind, in a sense. This could be an older version of ourselves. It could be that simply don't relate to that which is completely familiar. For some of you all, it is actually a physical place, and for others, this is the entering a doorway into a new reality that is fed through your perception wherever you are at any given time, and it will still be a new reality. And it's shifting, it's changing. You have the shapeshifter. So this is indicating change. The shapeshifter is indicating change in a possible new role. This card is indicating change. So you have three very big energies here about change. And if you look on the Uranus card, there's this lightning bolt. So this is very your energy is going to feel pretty electric, and the information that you need is going to come in fast, like a lightning bolt. I'm getting a feeling like whatever you are adapting or whatever new role is going to, basically present itself for you. I think when you jump or you cross the threshold, you walk through an open gate. The gate used to be closed, but now it's open. You will meet this mystical sister. Now, I'm pretty open, so I don't think that the mystical sister always has to be a human being. It can be an energy that you're working with that's new this year. Some people, like myself, are guided throughout the year, working with different types of energies. Sometimes it's not very clear, but what is known is that there's different interpretations for like tarot cards, and the messages come in slightly different. I can tell you with the energy that I'm feeling right now that it's all benevolent. It's kind. So it's good. It's good. It's not bad. Make a sip of coffee. Could you be on a threshold for some different psychic abilities? Quite possibly. Oh, wow. They're also reminding me. I had a dream last night. And, of course, I dream all the time. All the time. And they're very vivid. And I see writing on a paper. This person asked me in the dream, they were like, what do you think you're going through right now? And then they had it written like on a post-it exactly what was happening, and they were joking with me. I didn't know this person in the dream, but they were joking, and they said, hint, it's written on the paper. So I'm like, oh, and I looked down and it said mixing realities. Mixing realities. Similar to being on like a game show, but it wasn't a game show. It was similar to the energy I'm getting from Shapeshifter of mixing realities. Okay. I'm really picking up that these are your different lives that you have had. And I will tell you, I have what I think is going to be an extremely important video that I'm going to do this year, or coming year, 2026, that has to do with explaining how it would be possible for everybody to have experienced being queen of, like Cleopatra or King Arthur, the only reason I'm mentioning this is I will go much deeper into that, into my idea of time, and in a theory that I have that expands on a different theory. But the whole point of me even mentioning it is that I'm getting a sense of different, mixing realities from different perspectives, because a very similar message to the other signs has been coming through is the whole belief system around time and what that means. It's changing, and we're evolving to be open to what I feel like is always there at the base reality, which is a quantum reality for this particular place. And my theory even involves an explanation of why the firmament makes perfect sense if this is true, if what I feel like is true is true. So stay tuned. Stay tuned. I will do live, like face to face for that one. I'm excited about that one. But yeah. So as that's changing, as our belief systems are changing, our restrictions are lifted. Our possibilities and what is possible is absolutely anything. It's vast. In fact, we've embraced the ocean energy of incomprehensible. Incomprehensible. But let's be open and embrace it. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. So you can put to use everything. Every different type of reality. Every type of perspective. It would be nice if you, you're in a situation where you really need some courage and you just immediately can connect with Joan of Arc and be super confident, in that moment, brave, strong. And so that's what I'm getting, like a mixing of realities, being able to do that very easily, tied to our belief systems opening up. You have solar flares? Okay. Yes. Yes, lots of solar flares. Lots here lately. And this past year they've been crazy. And I think they have been affecting us. Yeah, okay, this is what happens when you have these solar flares. Geomagnetic storms are caused. And the geomagnetic storms, they bring about changes in frequency. I think that this is what they're even talking about. Not to mention And of course, this wide, this is very much so like this is what I feel is happening, and some other people also, that the energy, if it's affecting the Schumann's resonance, or and it affecting Mother Earth enough to where there are earthquakes, there are volcanoes erupting, then, and things are getting pretty intense, then you know that something's changing within our bodies. And I do feel like these DNA, these divine DNA is being activated. That is what I think ties into having the ability to have an open belief system where you're able to pull anything you want out from the quantum field, the place where it all exists, past, present, future, in the one time. Lots of different, even I think the Jewish tradition believes that there is a place where all of this information is at. There's just different words, but I feel like something is helping and assisting us to be able to access our light and our divinity easier with less interference. And so the process, it might get a little stormy, but in the best way. So there might be a lot of physical body changes. I think it's opening up, like this card says, it's opening up a portal. 3333. This is about gratitude being the key, the portal for your abundance, really for your abundance in all ways. Let me look up 3333 here, because I think it has a really sweet message with it. Let's see. Cosmos Oracle. Yeah, a powerful energy, opening yourself up to other dimensions. Says, okay, I like the way they say this. Being grateful is to recognize and make space for what we appreciate in our lives, not taking what we have for granted, focusing on our axis on another energy vibration. It is one of the highest vibrations there is. Yeah. And if you want to look at it in a very simple way, I guess the way that I could even word it is, when you speak to the universe, you speak through your energy, your feelings, the way you act, even the way you treat other people is speaking a spell or a instruction to the universe. So if you have energy that's speaking to the universe, that's saying, I'm so grateful for this roof over my head right now. I'm so grateful that I don't feel the cold wind right now. I'm so grateful. Then everything that the universe could send your way, that it knows that you are going to resonate with, you're grateful for this, it will send more of. It's just a key of vibration. It gets you into that vibration. And it's not fake. It's not pushy. It's truly, there's so much that you really can be grateful for. This is not about fake positivity. It's about, I'm so grateful that I have air. Air is so abundant for me here and I need it. Right? It's things like that that bring in more abundance. So it's like this is going to come in. This is going to come in more and more. So you're going to have in this card, wow. Interesting. In this card right here, I want to add, though, before I move on, is that the solar flares is asking you to direct your energy to a point of action. Okay, so where will you direct this energy to? I think geomagnetic storm is just letting you know, hey, it might get a little intense with the energies this year, and these can cause these. So, where are you going to direct all of this energy? Okay. This is interesting. Look how, okay, see that line here, the ocean. It's this is about things go way deeper. They go so deep with this card that it's incomprehensible. There is a mystery so profound. We're just touching the surface. There's a lot more. If you've gone through an awakening, then you have much more to discover. There's a lot more underneath the surface. Everything gets revealed. And this is going to be a year where you're going to be diving under the surface here. You're going to be seeing. So let me see. I want to look with tarot to find out what else is under the surface. Maybe that will... Maybe that will clarify a little bit more about what's under the surface. King of Wands. Shit. Sorry. I was so comfortable sitting cross-legged. I have to get up. The sun. All right. That song is running from the daylight, it's called Daylight. It's coming through my head. Oh, I love it and I hate it at the same time. You and me drink the poison from the same vine. That song, running from the daylight. Something about that has a tie to this person, this mystical sister person. You're going to find a quirky, unusual connection that has to do with either your shadow sides or what you've experienced in the darkness. Yeah, something like that. Don't worry, we all have shadows. We all have shadows. Wow, you have a Six of Wands. And you have an Ace of Swords. Ooh, okay. And the Fool on the bottom is enlightened. That's why I said, I feel if you're coming to this reading, you've already had some sort of awakening experience, enlightenment, and it's like, you see how her arms are up, she's ready, she's gung-ho, let's go to the next part of the journey, right? And the aces in this deck are always described as a gift, so in this sense, it's an intellectual gift. Let's find out more about this gift coming, because we are talking about 2026. This is from that Uranus energy. It's a gift that others are not going to be able to understand. And you're going to know that it's real, but you're also not going to be able to explain how you know what you know with such clarity and insight. Oh, there's so much more that meets the surface to your energy here. Six of Wands is going to make you victorious. That's this card, victorious. Big achievements in 2026. Big achievements. So it's directly related to something that you're actually able to think up of, and you don't have, like I said, it's maybe a scary gift or ability that comes in. You know it's real, you know it works, you don't know how. But you know it's real. It's going to inspire others. It's going to make you very successful. Six of Wands. So you stand out, you get recognized for something here. Has to do with your beautiful brain and your ability to see beneath the surface, the incomprehensible. How does Cancer understand? How do they comprehend something that most people don't? Right? Well, there's obviously a reason or a purpose. Okay, 2026, can you tell me more for Cancer about this? I have Indigo Child. I'm going to say it's probably 1950 to current time that you are an Indigo Child here. Because the Indigo children came in as souls that carried a frequency, from what I know, the best way that I can say that I understand it, carried a high level of frequency. It was to help, in a sense, the developing earth, or the earth organism, which is all of us. It was in need of help. And so this wave of these waves of volunteers, they came. They have revolutionary ideas for change, brilliant ideas on how to do things differently. There's a lot of care, compassion, and gratitude, and love and unity that comes with the indigo children. So you can look up that a little bit more. Of course, Dolores Cannon might be somebody that you have explored, you know, her teachings or her past life regressions with people. Of course, quantum healing. That's why. Okay, that's why. So that's the threshold then. Okay, I have chakra clearing and balancing on the bottom. And then what I think is happening here in 2026 for you, for all of you, every single one of you. This reading is meant for every single one of you, everything that I'm talking about here. So ascension number 8 is what they're saying. And ascension number 8, that is an achievement for one thing. That would definitely be a big achievement in life. But it is the mental plane. It says seed crystals 8 through 10 chakras activated. You got an intellectual gift. And then it's saying that you're on the threshold of these chakras being completely lit up. So let me explain the mental plane, or how these are lit up for you. You have the 7th chakra, which is your crown chakra, and that's in the body. And then you have other chakras that are outside of the body. And this is kind of like a chakra for dummies, if you're listening to me about this, because I don't go into it really deep. But 8 is right above, outside of your head. 9 would be above the 8. And then 10 would be underneath the feet, outside of the body, but grounding. You kind of look like an egg, okay? Kind of look like an egg, energetically. And so what this does is it opens people up to receiving directly into into your crown chakras, right? Your crown chakra, to intellectually be able to understand something kind of incomprehensible, which is your connection to your higher self, your connection to source, creator, anybody, any high frequency being that you want to be connected with, or that we could even say you may even have a soul contract or a special working in this specific body to work with certain high frequency things, seraphim. It would make it possible. Sometimes that energy is hard to be able to hold or contain, or to even get through, because you have 9, which is responsible for being able to filter out some of the not so great energies, but also to be able to accept higher frequency energies. And remember, it's connected to earth too here. So your access is going to be stronger, and people that have this feel a pull to, or these activated strongly, or you could say going back to original divine blueprint of, they were supposed to always have strong connection, right? There was interference, energy interference, probably different types of manipulation, so I won't really get into that. But let's look at the positive thing, is that they're going to be open, and you'll have connection with past lives, future lives, present lives, all of them that are happening in the now moment. You might not, like, I keep getting that word incomprehensible. You might not know where you're pulling the information from, or even the spontaneous, miraculous healing that can occur when you're able to reach information codes, DNA code also, from these different bodies. Because it's something you're normally unconscious about. But when those chakras are working and they're active, it's something that should have happened quite naturally for you to always immediately access the solution. You got a problem, immediately what's the solution? You should never be in a place of, oh no, or terror or fear or anything like that. There's supposed to be energy that helps you with all of this stuff in life. All of it. Everything. So this is going to be a year where intellectually you all are really going to grow. You're going to see some huge changes in your experience. Okay, I think I've gone on a really long time. Sorry I feel a little long-winded today with the Cancer reading, but we're going to get into the 108 Oracle. Just get some lighthearted messages next. And then I'm going to wrap it up. Look at that. See, smooth sailing, lighthearted, luxury, the yacht. Get ready for the adventure. Maybe it's the adventure you want to experience. Let a yacht take you, so that would be wonderful. That even reminds me of the wheel that, you know, could be used on like a big ship. The wheel of karma, dharma, something that is destined and inevitable for you. It's always in your highest good. All right. Cancer. Woo! Look at that. I love it. That. So, for some reason, electricity or the power from the sky is very important here. This is power. Wow, I'm seeing Zeus. I'm seeing Zeus. Wow, maybe. I wonder if you're accessing Zeus. That would be amazing. All right, so I won't piss you off. I know what happens to those people. Thunderstorm, power, destruction, trouble, electric display, warning, out of control, energy shift, triumph over evil, opportunity to overcome. You have a lot of power. And listen, this is the indigo energy. It did land on top of this indigo. You see that indigo right in there? It looks like it's the perfect storm. It's the energy that's coming for the indigos to implement the plan that they came here to do. Get ready to see look how much lightning. Get ready to see the power of this group from Cancer is what I gotta say. Get ready to see their power. Ooh. You only get better over time. That's what they're saying. You could be feeling like Spirit might be helping you on something this year where, you know, we age, we get older, but yet when we have this renewed spirit, we have these energy centers, these chakras that are just like on fire, they're lit. You could notice that all of a sudden you're looking a lot better. You're turning back the hands of time. Other people are noticing it too. So you could see this in yourself that, wow, I'm getting better. I'm getting better with time. Also, the metal copper might be significant because I am picking up on different people working with different metals and like there's conductivity, electrical conductivity. What's the best thing to use? That type of deal. Interesting. Okay, so I'm going to take that as a message for that one. Here's the cards all up in the air, right? Changing. It's like she's playing 52 card pickup. I was fooled with that when I was a kid. Somebody, if you don't know what that is, somebody would say, have you ever played 52 card pickup? And then as a kid, I would say no. And they would throw the whole deck of cards in the air and then you had to pick them up. So anyway, it looks like she's playing that. Maybe you had played that or you had that trick to you at one time. Something is going to soothe your nerves here. Yeah, there's a big completion. Emptiness says a big completion is here. You have a new life waiting for you and you're graduating into a new experience. Something is going to soothe your worries, like the worry bead. The worry bead's a repetitive motion to where we concentrate on visualizing putting the worry into the bead. So every time you move into, and I mean, you can almost look at rosary beads as doing a very similar thing, because they're saying cast your worries to us, because they're weighing you down like heavy burdens, and you can pack them in a bag or place them in a stone or a rock, something. You will feel soothed. You will feel relieved. That's a positive card, not a bad card. It's soothing. Oh, okay. Big time. I'm going to take these two as the last ones. You have the chess card with strategy, planning, checkmate, grand design, thinking ahead, tactics, moves and counter moves, master plan, course of action, power play, game theory, consequence of actions. I'm telling you, this is an intellectual gift, an ability that's coming your way. You're going to be able to see things. I think you'll be able to see people's kings fall before, like 8 moves ahead or something. A situation that you thought was complicated or was a mess to figure out is going to be solved because of this intellectual gift easily, and even provide future gains for yourself because of some sort of power move that you're making. Maybe that occurs in the beginning of the year also. Some sort of power move. All right, let's get your angel number message. Three. 33. Oh, well, that's a very powerful, wow. 33 is a master number. It's very powerful. It's associated with ascended masters. And then master number 22. This is the master builder or the grand architect. It's Pluto energy here. This, I would say, is probably Neptune-like energy, 33. It's spiritual, highly spiritual. Woo, big. All right, it's Empress energy. You're going to be able to create. They're saying you're charismatic. So with this number 3, whatever idea you have, it's not just your success, it's the success of everybody else also. There's a tie to the greater good here. So that's why people are really going to be on board with your ideas this year. Master number 22, you're in possession of incredible creative powers, and it is assured you can achieve anything you wish. I am aligned. You are aligned. Yeah. All right. That's what I have for you, Cancer. Sending you love and light. Bye.